I'm gonna be careful with the hurricane games
Hello
later
and
on.
welcome to the crossover, where nothing is out of bounds and everything is fair game. We have a lot to cover with you today, but first, let's check in with the Tunnel Crew. Please give a warm welcome to Stats, Eddie P, Rooftop, TP, and Big T.
What's happening, everybody? And once again, it is time for the greatest show on the internet, on radio, the greatest sports show there is. And that is, of course, At Home with the Crossover. I am your man, Big T, alongside my usual tag team partners, you know, the cast of characters that will have you laughing and just enjoying life and feeling the joy of the Lord coming through all of them. We're going to start by introducing that cast with none other than the man that is a huge Eagles fan, wrestling fan, LeBron James fan, Wake Forest, and every sport fan. Birdman is his name. He just turned around. Bird, what is going on?
Everybody want to hate because their team is not 8-1 or above 500. They love to text people in chats and stuff, call about their own team. Don't worry about your own team. You and the outside looking in.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go. Hey, what a way to start. All right. And then we got our man that brings the ag swag to the show each and every week. He is always ready. And hey, his Aggies, man, are on a roll. They got a huge game coming up on Saturday. Talking about none other than Aggie P's in the house. He's got his gear on as usual, representing Aggie Nation. Aggie P, what is up?
Hey man, Aggie Pride is nationwide.
There you go.
One quick question. I mean,
Yes,
has
sir.
anybody on the Total Crew text Birdman about his Eagles?
Not me.
hey, I was having a little fun on the thread last night.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was having a little fun.
Just a little bit.
Oh no, Radar! Don't act like you ain't said nothing Sunday night during your game.
Hey, and then
Bird.
speaking of Radar, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see him. He's got these sunglasses on. You can't see the man's eyes. I don't like that because I like to be able to look into the soul of a man, but I can't do it. He didn't hear the soul behind them sunglasses. That's why we call him Radar Charles, because he looks like he can't see, but we know he can. Radar,
Yes,
what's up?
Yes. Narrow is the way, Big T, when he has begun a great work in me. That's
There
why I
you
can't
go.
let you see what he's working on just yet.
Can't see the great. Okay, all right, good. I
Yeah.
like that. I
Right.
love it. I love it. Hey, and together we're the Tunnel Crew, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. And tonight on At Home with the Crossover, we talk possible game of the year in the NFL between the Vikings and the Bills. We also ask, how in the world did the Cowboys blow a 14-point fourth quarter lead? I mean, how do you do that? So we're going to talk about that game a little bit. And also, unfortunately, we'll get a little serious a little bit later on in the show because there was a tragedy that took place on the campus of Virginia University. And so we'll have to talk about that because it is sports related. And we will get into that a little bit later on. But first, we bring on our man, our guy. He is the longest standing season ticket holder of the Carolina Hurricanes hockey team, the only professional sports team in the state of North Carolina to win a world championship. They hoisted the cup, and Larry is arguably the biggest fan that they have. He joins us right now at his regular time. He joins us the third Tuesday of the month throughout the hockey season to break down the Hurricanes and all things NHL. And he's joining us right now. Larry, what is up? Welcome back to the show. Glad to have you.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be on this show. I look forward to it. So thanks for having me.
Hey, we are
Okay.
glad to have you. Glad to have you. Well, you know what? We're not gonna hold the beast back. We're gonna turn him loose. And the way we're gonna do that is we're going to just simply say, hey, Larry, what's been going on with the Canes? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
we are what, a little over a month into the season,
Right.
and you know they are one of the projected favorites in some people's eyes, the favorite to at least get to the Stanley Cup Finals. So we
Right.
need an update for the Tunnel Crew and all the listeners. We want to know what's been going on over this first, month or so of the season. Give us an update and tell us how the Canes are doing.
Okay. First of all, it's the 25th anniversary year of the Hurricanes being in existence. Okay. So there are a lot of memories that come into play here and in mind. We have a very good team with a lot of new players. So the new players are learning how the team plays its game, get into the system, finding out the lines that work the best, working around that. We've been scoring goals, and our goaltending has been excellent. We have a new goaltender who's played 2 games, won 2 games.
Oh wow!
And he really shows the depth that we need to have, especially going into playoffs and Stanley Cup play and so forth. So we've got a lot to look forward to. We are 3 points behind the leader in the Metropolitan Division, but it's early yet. Last year we won like 9 games in a row and we went out like a blaze of fire. That's not what we're doing this year, but we're finding out what we need to do to become a better team. So that's where we stand. We won last night in Chicago 3-0. We have different players stepping up to the plate. Everyone wanted to trade Martin Necas last year because he didn't do anything. Well, he's already had 8 goals and like 7 assists. He's on fire.
Yeah.
He felt the pressure. So that's been good. So we've got a lot to look forward to. It's an exciting year because they sold out the outdoor game that's going to happen February 18th at the Carter Finley Stadium.
Yeah.
And a lot of people bought season tickets just so they could get to see that game.
Wow.
So it's a sellout or almost a sellout every single game.
Yeah.
I have trouble getting extra tickets now. So
wow.
It's really something. So
And correct me if I'm wrong. They always broadcast those outdoor games, don't they? I mean,
yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So we'll be able to see that on
yes,
TV,
you will.
Because like
February 18th at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll be down in the parking lot at about 10 a.m. and tailgating and getting ready for the game. So
wow. That's gonna be a long day right there.
Yeah, it will be, but it will be fun.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Hey, anybody got a question for Larry about the Canes or NHL?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
wanted to let you know real quick that Small Wonder said congratulations to Larry and the Canes.
Yes.
Go 25th. And that's from Small Wonder and B. Smith.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you.
25 years, the silver anniversary.
You want to hear a good story about one of our key goaltenders who kept us going?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Kevin Weeks, a black goalie. He played in Greensboro. Too. Yes. And now he's a superstar announcer for the NHL.
He absolutely is.
Yeah. And I got to know him personally when he played in Greensboro, and he got me tickets to a playoff game in Toronto. He's just an awesome, awesome, awesome man.
Yes.
But they told a story last night during the game about how he got onto the Hurricanes. Jim Rutherford, who was the general manager, traded for him, and he said he coveted him.
Wow.
And so when we played New Jersey in 2002 in the playoffs, Artis Urbe was our goalie.
Mhm.
And Artis won game 1 and New Jersey and game 2. In
Mhm.
game 3, New Jersey beat us 4-0, and Kevin Weeks had to replace Urbe during the game.
Mhm.
Jim Rutherford went up to the coach, Paul Maurice, and said, you need to start Kevin Weeks next game. He just
Mhm.
whispered it to him, let him know. Well, he started Artis Urbe the next game, and Weeks had to replace him again. New Jersey won again. So Maurice said this. He said, I knew Weeksy had to pull me through or I was going to lose my job.
Wow.
And Weeksy in game 5, we won in overtime 3-2.
Uh-huh.
In game 6, the Canes won 1-0.
Wow.
And Weeksy pulled us through. Now,
Man,
Kevin
he stopped
Weeks,
a lot of shots, I'm sure, to get a
Yeah.
shutout.
exactly. So Kevin Weeks told me personally, he said, Larry, Artis Urbe told me, he said, you should be the one starting these games.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
That
I
is,
mean,
man.
And they made the point that Kevin Weeks was an important part of why the Hurricanes are successful in Carolina. And
Yep.
he's right. He's really right.
Definitely.
So, and do you know what he wore the number 80? Do you know why he wore the number 80?
Why?
His favorite football player was Jerry Rice.
I was getting ready to say, was he a Jerry Rice
Yeah,
fan?
and he knows Jerry Rice personally, and yes,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay.
Isn't that cool?
That is so cool. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I was sitting there thinking, I wonder, was he a Jerry Rice fan?
Now,
That's pretty awesome.
when he played in Greensboro, his number was 00,
Mm-hmm.
but the NHL would not let him wear 00. They won't let anyone wear that number. So
Yeah.
he had to come up with a number, and 80 was his number.
80 was the one.
And his nickname was Shady 80.
Shady 80. Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you, Larry is absolutely right about him in studio. I've watched a couple of hockey games and seen him at halftime, seen him in the post game, and that dude, he's awesome. He knows.
I am trying to get to see him when they come down for the outdoor game. So
Okay, all right.
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Hey, tell him about the show. Tell him we'd love to have him on.
Okay. Oh, I will. Hey,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Tell him
Yeah.
we'd love to have him
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
That would be awesome. Well, hey, do you have a hockey name of the day for us?
Yes, I do. He played last night against us. He plays in Chicago. His name is Andres Athanasiou. Okay. He's part Greek and part Guyane. So, yeah.
Hey, now that's a pretty good one right there.
Yeah, I
That's-
thought so
It
too.
is.
all right. And before we let you go, Larry, you got anything you're thankful for heading out the door?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm grateful for this show and for being able to participate. I'm grateful for family and friends.
Yes.
And Birdman, no offense to you, but I'm grateful for the 50-year perfect season Miami Dolphins that still stands.
Yes, Larry.
Thank
And
you,
the
Larry.
Dolphin fans, thank you, sir.
Hey, that's a little known thing that a lot of people don't know. Larry's a Dolphin fan.
Oh yeah.
I like the way you leave out, Larry. Shoot,
Yeah,
fire,
that's a
and
good
shot,
mix.
sir.
Hey,
Thank
Larry,
you to you.
we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to talking to you in the new year. All right.
Can't wait. Okay.
All right, Larry. Take
Take
care.
it
Bye.
easy, Larry.
Be safe.
Peace, Larry.
All right. Hey, we love Larry, man. All right, listen up, y'all. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. We've got more coming up. You're listening to At Home with the Crossover.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, The Joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. We just want to thank our man Larry, #1 Canes fan, for joining us once again. And hey, Bird, you didn't know he was a huge Dolphins fan, did you? Hey, he actually showed me a helmet that he's got in the plastic case, you know, the collector's case. It's got several signatures from the 72 Dolphins, some of the members of the 72 Dolphins team on it. So yeah, Larry's he's a big Dolphins fan too. So
that's good to know.
You say that's good to know.
Yeah, and B. Smith said, thanks for Larry for bringing her so much information about hockey. She will actually want to watch it now.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Hey, listen, you can, fans and listeners of the show, you can catch us every Tuesday night on YouTube, because you don't want to miss all this fun, hilarity, and like I said, the joy of the Lord just coming through each and every one of the members of the Tunnel Crew. You don't want to miss Birdman with the Blazer, you know? I mean,
the Blazer,
the Monday Night Football Blazer. Hey, and the Eagles hat and a championship belt hanging over the show. I bet you Troy Aikman and Joe Buck don't ever show up in the booth like that. Hey, only on the Tunnel Crew and on At Home with the Crossover can you do that and get away with it, and wear a replica championship ring. You know. Hey, oh, you don't want to miss Aggie P, like I say, with the microphone representing his illustrious, as the Queen says, A&T State University, you know, and then and Radar Charles staring off into space,
right,
needing help to get in front of the computer and so he can do the show. Catch us Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell everybody you know about it. And then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can catch it online at WLJFradio.com. And you can also download the WLJF app. It's available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. By way of announcements, we're going to have a special Thanksgiving show on the radio side of things for the audio version. Next Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, 7 p.m., WLJFradio.com, and or on the WLJF app. Catch the Thanksgiving special next Thursday night, 7 p.m. You won't want to miss it. So after you hang out with your family, your friends, eat all the turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce and all that, and flip on the internet and go to WLJFradio.com and pull up the Crossover Thanksgiving special. You'll have a lot of fun and you'll laugh and you'll love it. All right, it's time to jump on in to our hot topics. The hottest stories of sports may not be what everybody else is talking about, but it's the things we, the Tunnel Crew, want to talk about. And we begin with the NFL, in particular, the Vikings Bills Classic that took place on Sunday. Minnesota was trailing the game by 17 points. Down, they found themselves down by 17, but they kept chipping away at the lead. In the fourth quarter, Justin Jefferson made a crazy one-handed catch with two defenders on him on 4th and 18, y'all. 4th and 18, he came up with the catch. And eventually, Minnesota later on in the game got stuffed on 4th and goal from the 1 yard line. And Bills took over right there. And wouldn't you know it, Josh Allen fumbles the ball into the end zone. Vikings defense recovers it for a touchdown. And I heard one of the Minnesota guys yelling, "Game over, game over." Well, no, it wasn't, because Buffalo marched right back down the field. And with a little help from the referees, not, missing a call on the sideline, they gave the guy credit for a catch that wasn't a catch. Gabriel Davis, I believe it was. And that put Buffalo in field goal range. They kicked the field goal, tied up, forced overtime. And in overtime, Minnesota marched down the field again, got inside the goal, inside the 10-yard line, couldn't score, ended up kicking a field goal. Buffalo marching down, chance to win it, and Josh Allen throws a critical interception in the end zone to seal the win for the Vikings, and they go on to win that thing. And it was a huge game, y'all. Buffalo has been involved in some monster games this year. I mean, you go back to that Dolphins-Bills game early, then the Bills-Chiefs game, and now this one. I mean, one thing's for sure. Even though, all three of those games, well, no, they won the Chiefs game. So 2 out of those 3 games are lost. One thing's for sure, they make it interesting. Your thoughts on what a lot of people are calling the game of the year, Tunnel Crew?
Wow. Kind of got lost for words, Big T, but it was a great game. I think whenever I was communicating with you guys, I really gave a little respect to Kirk Cousins, because I'm hard on Kirk Cousins. I mean, he was throwing some great passes in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't freeze up in the end. He moved his team. Just all around. I mean, if you're a young person and you play football, this the type games you need to watch.
Yep.
You never give up.
Yep.
Each team thought they had won the game at a critical point, and the other team will come right back and score.
Yep.
Something happened. You have to play until it's 0 on the clock.
That's right.
Josh Allen, he did his thing. I didn't think he was going to play because of his arm, was hurt. But Josh got to learn to throw the ball away sometimes.
Yeah.
That's his only thing. I think he had 2 picks, Big T.
Yeah, he had 2 picks. Yep.
He had 2 picks, trying to force something, which he always do. But still, a great example of today's quarterback. He's big, he's fast, he can throw the ball. So overall, man, I was glad I was able to sit down and watch that game. It was a great game.
It was really a good game.
And the best thing about it was that you didn't see them give up on plays.
Right.
Yeah. No.
They were playing after the whistle, through the whistle, and they had to come and tap people on the backs to get them off the ball. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like you said, it was like football in its purest form, because everybody showed up to make a name for themselves.
Yeah. Well,
catch by Jefferson. Woo!
Jefferson, man. And it's funny because they were on ESPN the other day before that game asking who's the best receiver in the league right now. 2 people said Tyreek Hill. One person said, I think Stephon Diggs or whatever. And then there was one person that said it's Justin Jefferson, and he's a former receiver. He says Justin Jefferson. He said the guy can do everything. He said, and the big thing that he does is makes very difficult contested catches. So it was almost like he was a prophet, saying that. I think it was Friday when I saw that, saying that, and then he goes out there and makes the kind of plays he made on Sunday. I think he had a career high, 187 yards receiving, whatever on 10 catches. It was a monster game for him. And Bird,
193, BT.
what was that?
He had 193 yards. Jefferson did.
193.
Yeah.
Woo, woo. Almost 200 in a game
Yeah,
of
10
that
catches, 10
magnitude.
catches for 193. Yes,
Think
sir.
about that, man. In a game of that magnitude, you have almost 200 and make that one-handed catch on 4th and 18. Good grace. Bird, your thoughts on it?
I will say this: that fumble towards the end that led to the overtime period
Mm-hmm.
kind of shows me that Allen was not ready to come back and play in this game. He should have sat down. Case Keenum should have started in this game, in my opinion, because towards the end of the game, you could see that his arm was favoring him. Why would you just you got to run the ball in that situation? And if you're going to throw the pass, then throw it away, because you're on your own one yard line, on your own goal line.
Yeah. Well, and like Aggie said, I think Josh Allen, he had kind of turned the corner where he was becoming mistake free, and that was one of the things that you started to say, oh man, if this guy throwing the ball the way he throws it, running the way he runs, if he can get rid of the mistakes, and that once he did that, you're like, oh, he's ready, but he's gone back. I think he has a little bit too much confidence in himself and in his arm sometimes, and that kind of hurts him,
Yeah.
All right, well, Minnesota is now 8-1. You know who else is 8-1?
Who else?
The Eagles.
I can't imagine. Who?
I couldn't
the
imagine
Eagles.
who would have lost.
They're the Eagles. They lost for the first time last night. It was the first time they trailed in the first half all season. And the Commanders, who are now 5-5, making the entire division 500 or above, they trailed 14-7 after the first quarter. Then they outscored the Eagles 16-0 through the second and third quarter. 16-0 through 2 quarters. And they ran over 50 plays in the first half alone. They say the NFL average is like 70, 75 plays per game. They ran over 50 in the first half, I think it was like 38 rushing carries, or 30-something carries in the first half, 20-something passes, so it was pretty incredible. They had 152 yards rushing total, and they forced 4 turnovers. Eagles had only turned the ball over 3 times the entire season, 4 times in that game. Time of possession was dominated. They had had the ball 40 minutes to the Eagles 20, 25 first downs. So, Bird, I will say this: Jordan Davis was out, big defensive tackle, rookie defensive tackle for Georgia. He was out. When he's in there, they only give up like 3-point-something yard a game rushing. Without him, they give up 5 a game. So he's definitely a big piece. So we'll hand the ball to you first, Bird. Your thoughts on the Eagles taking their first loss?
Well, it was long overdue. I never expected us to start off 8-0. I expected us to at least lose that Vikings game. I never expected us to start off 8-0. It was a great run while it lasted, but it's time to reset. I think we needed this loss. We got to get in the big head,
The big head.
I think we needed this loss to kind of just reset and just refocus. So I'm actually kind of glad we lost. I would have thought it would come at the hands of Radar's Packers, though, but not the Commanders. Either way, it's time to refocus.
Well, one thing about when there's a upset of undefeated team, it's usually a team you don't expect. I mean, that's usually I can go back and pull up all the teams that went 8-0, 10-0, whatever, and you'll be shocked at the list of teams that beat them. You'll be like, what? They lost to them? Aggie P, Radar, your thoughts on it before we move on to the Dallas game?
Well, I'm about to say Redskins. Sorry.
That's all right.
Great time management. Converting your third downs into first downs.
Yep.
And one way you could beat a team is you keep the offense off the field.
That's exactly right.
This is a perfect example of that happening. Great coaching, great execution, and hey, it just wasn't the Eagles' night.
Yeah.
It was just the Commanders' night, and they went on the road and did what they needed to do.
Yep. Radar.
It was a rival. And they ran the ball really well. To Agape's point, I didn't realize how well they ran the ball, and I was just like, "Wow, that'll hurt you every time."
Yep.
And I didn't realize how much Philadelphia didn't run the ball. So I was like, "That's strange."
Yeah, went away from that run. Well, hey, we're going to talk more NFL on the other side of the break. We're also going to talk about what we're thankful for because Thanksgiving is right around the corner. And speaking of that, you can catch the audio version of At Home with the Crossover on Thursday night, 7 p.m. And this coming Thursday night, or not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday, we have the Crossover Thanksgiving special. So you don't want to miss that on WLJFradio.com. You can also catch us on YouTube on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. for At Home with the Crossover. You can find us on the YouTube, the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. Catch us Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Catch the audio version on WLJFradio.com and also the app, which is available both on Google Play and the iTunes Store. When we come back, more NFL talk and question of the day.
What's so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
100.7 WLJF.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Be sure you catch us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell everybody you know about it. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app. You can find it on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. And by way of announcements, next Thursday, Thanksgiving, catch the Crossover Thanksgiving special. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. And that'll be next Thursday, which is Thanksgiving night, 7 p.m. Tell everybody about it. Check it out. You'll have fun. You'll laugh because it's a funny show. All right, let's jump back in here. Let's finish up this NFL right quick. And we're going to get into our question of the day. Radar, you got any social media shout outs, comments from the listeners and the fans?
I do. I just wanted to let y'all know that TP is not exactly playing hooky. She is online showing love to B. Smith, Small Wonder, Talk for Fun. They're online showing love. She said, Radar, you know you miss me. You talking about them Aggies. You can't get enough of the Aggie pride. and B. Smith asked where Aggie P got that real cool Aggie hoodie. She want to know.
She want one.
She want one. She said just in case if you got an extra one, she would take that as a Christmas gift, sir.
Okay. Well, hey, Big T, I'll talk to you about it after the show.
We'll talk offline. All right, yeah, that sounds good. All right, well, let's get back into it here. Hey, Green Bay snapped their 5-game losing streak and won on Sunday, 31-28. They trailed 28-14 going into the fourth quarter, scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, eventually won it in overtime on a field goal after Dallas. Man, this analytics is killing football. Went for it near midfield and failed, set up a short field for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and he immediately blistered them with a long pass, got them in field goal range, and they ended up winning. Did y'all see McCarthy slamming his headset? I mean, McCarthy wanted that win, you know. But hey, you were the one that made the call, bro. You know, you the one that made the call.
Right.
Green Bay.
Do
say, go ahead. What'd you say, Agape?
own up to it.
That's right. There you go. Own up to it. And don't be like Nick Saban and blame the chart, you know.
Right.
Blame the chart, you know. But hey, Green Bay had a rookie wide receiver, Watson. He had 3 touchdowns in the game. He's only the 8th receiver in Green Bay Packers history to have 3 touchdowns in a game as a rookie. And so Dallas went down. They're now 6-3. The Packers are still below 500, but hey, snapping that 5-game losing streak feels good for them. Your thoughts on this game, Tunnel Crew, before we move on?
Can I say this, Big T?
Go ahead, sir.
Christian Watson showed out.
There you go.
And he was going deep. Did you notice that, Aggie P?
Yeah.
These weren't no slants. This is the old Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Going down the field, taking chances.
Yeah.
And might I add, that's a scary thing to see Aaron go down the field, and you got a 3-headed monster in the running game, Aggie P.
Yeah.
That means, dare I say, the Eagles might be looking at an 0-3 slide. Because we all know the Colts can run the ball. And we all know we can run the ball.
Oh, Lord, look at him.
And we all know the Giants can run the ball.
Oh, Saquon Barkley definitely can run the ball.
Oh, you know he's going to run the air out the ball. So I hope Birdman got some blazers.
You forget that Davis is going to be back for the Titans game. And by that time, when we get to the Giants, he'll be back for that.
The run stuffer will return. What you saying is the run stuffer will be back, huh?
Okay.
All right.
This ain't Tennessee. This ain't college football, baby.
Hey, Aggie P, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's funny the Radar you would mention the running game because you had Jones. I think he had like 135 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You had Dillon who had close to 70 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know all great quarterbacks are great because of a running game.
Running game, yep.
And they look like the old Packers. But you flip it over to the other side in the second half, Dallas stopped running the ball.
Stop running.
I don't know if Dak was doing audible at the line or that's what the offensive coordinator was calling, but Pollard can run the ball just as good, as any other back.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they went away from their game plan of running the ball.
Yeah.
And also, one other thing I noticed that Dallas did, they played Michael Parsons.
Yeah, Parsons, yeah.
Parsons. They played him at linebacker instead of on the line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that allowed Green Bay to have a better running game. So it was a lot of stuff I noticed in that game that was different as far as Dallas, the personnel, and what they was doing.
Yeah.
All I know, they behind the Giants right now.
Yeah. And they are.
If they don't straighten up the way the Commanders is playing,
the Commanders might catch them.
It might catch them. So
yeah. Hey, and they just announced today they're getting Chase back. So they're getting that defensive monster back.
Mm-hmm.
So Chase Young gets back, and that's definitely gonna boost their defense.
Some great NFL football this weekend, man.
Yes, it was. All right, hey, we're gonna switch gears here right quick because this is kind of gonna lead into the question of the day. Tragedy struck on the campus of UVA again. You remember several years back they had the tragedy up there with the violence and everything that went on. And it hit again on Sunday night as a student, former football player. He had a bus that was returning around 10 p.m. from Washington, D.C. It was a class field trip to see a play in D.C. And as they returned, this student, former football player, his name is Christopher Darnell Jones. He fired shots into the bus, killing 3 current Virginia football players and striking 2 other students that were on board who, survived. And last I heard, one was in critical condition, but he's now been uprated as of today. And Mr. Jones was arrested, caught by law enforcement, and he's been charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder and 3 counts of using a firearm while committing a felony. So, just really tragic, terrible situation there. And, a lot of mental health issues going on all over the country on college campuses. A student at NC State took their life. There was a quadruple murder at another university I read about today. We've had some, I think, on A&T's campus, we've had suicide recently. So, that leads us into, sort of into the question of the day, which is, we got a Thanksgiving season coming up, and we just want to talk about what we're thankful for, because, life can end just like that. Life can just like that, it can be over. The pressures of life can get to people. You could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. The players for Virginia, and I don't want to disrespect them by not announcing their name. 3rd-year wide receiver Lavelle Davis, he died at the hospital. 2nd-year wide receiver Devin Chandler, and 4th-year linebacker Deshaun Perry. They were both found dead on the bus. And when we talk about you could be, at the wrong place at the wrong time, Devin Chandler was a Wisconsin transfer. So let's say he doesn't transfer from Wisconsin, this doesn't happen. And so, that's what I mean by life is just that fragile. One thing we could do could put us in a place that something like this could happen. So just want to question of the day, ask the Tunnel Crew, what are we thankful for in light of this stuff that's going on these campuses and what these students are dealing with? What are we thankful for with Thanksgiving coming up? And I'm gonna hand it off to you guys and let you, have at it.
I would love to lead this off if I may, Tunnel Crew.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that we all treat each other like family.
Mm-hmm.
And with everything that has happened, it's made me thankful for having brothers like Aggie P, Big T, Rooftop, Bromel, and Birdman to show me what it takes to be a man of God. And, in the word, it talks about him surrounding you with people that will pour into you and encourage you.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I'm most thankful for is the fact that I have people such as yourselves that show me by walking it out. Y'all don't talk me to death. Y'all show me by the way you speak and the way you show each other respect. And that's the thing that I'm most thankful for as a man of God, having other men of God around me to show me how to not only be a man, but also how to not take myself so serious.
Yeah. There you go.
That's why I like ribbing people, because I like for them to see that they can give me a hard time. And then, you realize how much stress you relieve when you laugh, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even when Aggie P on guard with me, he's still loose with it when he's throwing shots back at me, right? And the most amazing thing about it is when I got a big T riled up one time about the Dolphins, but Aggie P, that was the most passionate I ever seen this man, and it made me feel good. I felt like he got some stuff off his chest,
Get it off your chest. You're like the Tunnel Crew therapist, huh?
I'm like the therapist / resident bad guy. Where it's okay to be a bad guy.
Hey, you know how the therapist says, I'm just trying to pull this out of you. I want to pull it out.
Right. Woosah, Aggie P. Woosah. You're 0-3 right now, but I see an 0-7 coming. I see a 7-0 coming, sir.
Hey, next, who wants to tell us what
Wow.
they're thankful for?
Wow. I'll go next. Very thankful for family.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Just, over the last year or so, with all the COVID and just different things, has happened, just thankful that family is doing good. Thankful for the power of prayer, of course.
Yes. Yes.
To be able to pray over your family.
Yes.
And disperse angels for safety and good health, and just knowing that, that's the source that we can go to.
Yeah.
And also, on a lighter note, I'm thankful for fried turkey.
Fried turkey.
Yes, I got mine ordered, Total Crew. I can't.
You got it ready.
Oh man,
can I ask you one question? How far in advance did you put in your order, sir? Is that top secret?
Yeah, top secret.
That's part of the Aggie Files. Okay.
I got a guy.
Okay. You got a guy. You got a guy.
But man, on the lighter, man, I love some fried turkey, man. All right,
that's all right.
That's Aggie P.
Birdman.
I'm thankful for you guys. Thankful for the show.
Man. Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to have this opportunity. Y'all didn't need me before, but thank you for allowing me to jump on board and learn from you guys.
Yeah.
Even after I make some mistakes.
We all do.
Y'all let me know. But it's out of love, though. It's not like to chastise, like, oh, you missed your cue. Y'all joke about it like, oh, the bird call faded out, stuff like that.
Bird call faded out.
But I appreciate you guys and learning from you guys, and appreciate the God in you guys.
Hey, thank you, Bird. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, I'm thankful for for the Lord. Can't do anything without the Lord. Need the Lord every day. So I'm grateful for Jesus, shedding his blood for all of us and dying on the cross, rising from the dead. I'm so grateful for that. I'm thankful for my family, like you guys said. I mean, just love my family. I'm thankful for you guys, for being a part of the show. And I'm gonna piggyback off of Aggie P, talking about, finishing things out on a lighter note. I'm thankful that the Tunnel Crew has got so many teams that are doing well. I mean, even with Bird's team losing, they're 8-1. I mean, 8-1. You got the Giants at 7-2. You got my Dolphins at 7-3. I think this is the first time. And even Radar's Packers pulled off a huge come from behind win to give, Packer fan, him and Bro Mel some excitement. Hey, the Panthers beat the Falcons last Thursday to give TP some, so it's kind of cool that everybody on the Tunnel Crew, I think for the first time since we've done this show, can say, hey, we're having a good season. It's a lot of good stuff happening. It's going to be a fun race to the finish. So that's what I'm thankful for. Hey, thoughts and prayers go out to those families in Virginia, at the University of Virginia. We just want to ask that Jesus would touch them, be with them, and comfort them. Radar, real quick.
TP says she's thankful for having family. She's thankful for the Tunnel Crew, and she's thankful for all of her students for listening and coming to her for prayer with their connection, to strengthen their connection with God.
Absolutely. Thank you, TP. We appreciate it. Hey, everybody, you can catch us Tuesday nights on YouTube for this at-home version of the show. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. That's the place. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell everybody you know about it. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version, the original crossover sports show. You can find it at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the WLJF app on Google Play and the iTunes Store. And when we come back, it'll be time for the wrap up.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
It's time now for the crossover wrap-up report. Let's send it back to the Tunnel Crew.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Radar, you got something for me?
Yes, sir. Real quick, I wanted to let you know that B. Smith said thank you so much for. She's thankful for her family, the Tunnel Crew, and she also wanted to say thank you for her dad. Dad, he's a big T for being a good dad and husband.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what Big Smith said, and also Penny B3 said thank you for the laughs. Thank you for being so silly, and thank you for making sports enjoyable to listen to.
There you go. There you go. All right. Hey, before we jump into the wrap up and all that stuff, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this. A&T 7-3 now, 7 in a row. They've won 7 in a row. And
in a row?
Yep. And real quick, because I don't want to take up too much time, but let me point something out to you here. Okay. All right. They scored 13 points in the first game against Central, but they held Central to 7 points in the second half. They scored 3 points against North Dakota State, but they held them to 7 points in the second half after giving up 36 in the first half. And they scored 20 points against Duke, and they outscored Duke in the fourth quarter 14-7. What I'm trying to say here is, and if you look at those 3 teams, the first 2 teams are 8-2, Duke is 7-3. So we were kind of, saying what's wrong with them when they were 0-3. But if you look at all 3 of those games, they're playing quality opponents, and they actually kind of outplayed them in the second half and the fourth quarter of those games. So maybe we should have saw this 7-game winning streak coming, is what I'm trying to say.
They're putting up big numbers. They're putting up numbers you can't argue with, Big T.
Hey, maybe we should have seen it coming, because that was getting them prepared for the conference run. And now they've won 7 in a row. They're 4-0. They're going to Gardner-Webb this weekend, who is also 4-0. This is for the conference championship. So congratulations, Aggie P, TP, all the A&T alumni and listeners, because you got a chance to get it done Saturday. Go get it done. All right.
Got to get it done.
Yeah, and just so you know, TP put up a bunch of Aggie colored hearts on YouTube channel, just so we know.
There you go.
So she's showing the Aggies much love online, as to be expected.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at the results from last week, and they look like this. TP and Stats won the week. They both went 5-1. I came in second. I went 4-2. Bromell went 3-2, but here's what happened. He picked the Jets. We didn't check to see whether the Jets were playing or not. They were on a bye. So that Jets pick is carrying over to this week. So he'll have an extra pick this week. The Jets are playing against the Patriots, and that'll bring him back up to speed. Aggie P and Birdman and Radar tied for 4th at 3-3. And the weekly wins for the tiebreaker. TP has 10, Stats has 5, I have 13, Bromell has 14, Aggie P has 12, Birdman has 8, and Radar has 9. So that's the tiebreaker situation there. All right, let's move on. The overall standings is like this. Bromell's in first place, 148. I'm in second place with 139. Aggie P and Radar are tied with 138, but Aggie P has the tiebreaker because he has more tiebreaker weekly wins. TP has 132 wins. She's 6 games behind the last playoff spot. Birdman has 122, 16 games back. Stats has 119, 19 games back. All right, let's look at the games for this week. We got our final pick 3 of the year. We did a pick 3 NFL teams, couldn't use the same team twice, and we have gone through them all. This is the final week of that. And then we got some college football games, USC at UCLA, A&T at Gardner-Webb. And then next week, since we're going to be off for the holidays next Tuesday, don't forget to catch the Thanksgiving show next Thursday, Thanksgiving night, 7 p.m. on WLJF.radio.com. We're going ahead and picking some games from next week also. NC State at UNC next Friday, and then Michigan at Ohio State next Saturday, which is the 25th and 26th of November. Then we got men's college basketball tonight, Duke versus Kansas, and then Sunday, Kentucky versus Gonzaga. And then we got some women's college basketball, number 10 NC State at number 6 UConn on Sunday. And then number 1, South Carolina at number 2, Stanford, also on Sunday. Bromell picks look like this. We told you he's got the Jets, which are not on the screen, but he's got the Jets, he's got the Chiefs, he's got the Broncos, and he's got the Panthers in the NFL. He's got A&T in college football, Carolina in college football. He's got Kansas in men's basketball, Gonzaga in men's basketball, and South Carolina in women's basketball. Moving on, we got Aggie P.
Yes, sir. We got the Commanders, we got the Steelers, Cardinals, Aggie Pride, UNC, Ohio State University, Kansas, and South Carolina.
South Carolina women. All right. I've got the Commanders, the Saints, and the Broncos in NFL. I'm taking the Trojans in college football and the Tar Heels and Ohio State. I've got Gonzaga beating Kentucky. I almost changed that one. And I've got the UConn women over NC State's women in that rematch of the NCAA tournament game. All right, Aggie. Radar.
All right. We don't look that much alike, sir. Anyway. Falcons, Saints, Texans, UCLA. Is that a typo? Is that A&T for me? I'll go with it for now. They're 7. They're on a 7-game winning streak. I'll go for it. Kansas, Gonzaga, and South Carolina women.
All right. TP, she's taking the Broncos, the Commanders, and the Ravens in NFL. In college football, she's got USC, A&T, of course, UNC Tar Heels, and in women's college basketball, she's got UConn and South Carolina in that 1 versus 2 matchup. Birdman.
I got Aggie P's Giants, the Cardinals, the Texans, UCLA, UNC, Michigan, Duke, and Kentucky.
All right. And that leaves us with stats. He's got the Broncos, Lions, and Steelers in NFL. In college football, he's got Ohio State and A&T. And in college basketball, he's got Duke for the men, and he's got UConn and South Carolina for the women. All right, and for Brother Percy, he's in our NFL Pick 3. This is the final one for him. He's got the Saints, Commanders, and Broncos. All right, let us go ahead and give our shut up and play or shout outs, and we'll start with you, Birdman.
Shut up and play to my very own Philadelphia Eagles. It's one game, move on.
All right, Aggie P.
Shout out, TP, Brother Mill.
There you go, love it. Radar?
Shout out to Big T for getting me confused for Aggie P because I have been lifting weights. I
there
think I'm getting a little more buff.
Yeah,
now.
you was looking swole. Yeah, you was looking swole. That's what it was.
I'm getting a little swole. I see it coming on. I'm glad you confused me.
Yeah, there you go. My shout out is to Washington because they ended Pittsburgh's 11-0 run back in 2020. You might forget that. And they ended the Eagles' 8-0 run last night. Both of those games were primetime games. Both of those games were on the road. Congratulations to Washington for helping my 72 Dolphins out, beating the last 2 undefeated teams. All right, for Birdman.
Whosoever believe in him.
For Aggie P.
No weapon.
For Radar.
Narrow is the way.
I'm your man, Big T, signing off and saying, no matter where you are, look up and know that your creator's there. Until next time, see you. And we might want to be you. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And happy belated Veterans Day.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, we didn't get on those Wake Forest Deacons for losing, did we?
No, we didn't. And he called a break because Larry wasn't here.
That's all we got for you today. So be sure to join us next week for the crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.